Hi, thanks again for tuning in. Today's topic, we're going to try and figure out why most golf lessons simply don't work. You see, as instructors, we hear it all the time that people don't really want to get into lessons. They're afraid that they're going to ruin what they've already got, or they've talked to so many people that have taken them that simply haven't gotten any better, and most of the numbers really suggest that that's the case. We're not seeing handicaps drop by any great number, looking at the technology that we have, the equipment, the course conditions, etc. So where are the problems, and why is it that we're not seeing anybody get that much better as a player? Well, this is my thought and my opinion for you. What I think most of us are spending our time working on are trying to get into an understanding of position. So let's say you've been swinging over the top for most of your life, where from the top of your backswing, your first move is to come outside your target line and cut across the golf ball, generally creating a ball flight that starts way left of your target, but has this massive slice that goes 5 to 3 fairways over. Somebody comes along and says, well, you know, you've got to get the club coming from the inside. So you go, okay, coming from the inside, yeah, I've heard that before. So you go to the range and you put down your brick wall here so that you've got an obstacle so that when you're swinging, if you came flying over the top, you smack something, so you know that that was wrong. So you practice and you practice and you practice to try and get this idea that the club comes down from the inside, swings out to the golf ball. And after a period of time, no doubt you're going to understand or get that mechanic of being able to swing out towards the golf ball. The problem with that is you haven't solved the issue. Why were you swinging over the top in the first place? Well, if you're like most of the players that I know that have come in, the primary issue for you is that you're thinking of the body as being one of your primary power sources for the golf swing. And if that's the case, when you're thinking of your body as a power source, once you get to the top of your backswing and you're ready to go down, your brain starts to tell your body, you've got to get going. So from here, you start flying around this way, trying to generate a lot of power by moving your body. And as soon as you start moving your body rotationally around this way, guess what? Your club comes flying out over and across your target line. So if you believe that the body is a huge power source in the golf swing, you can work on those lines all you want, and you can try and get to the point where, yes, your club is coming flying from the inside out towards the golf ball in terms of mechanic. But put yourself on the golf course, and now you're sitting there, you're staring, let's say, at a 240-yard carry over a creek, and your brain says, I think I can do that. I've been practicing. I've got this. But your brain's also thinking again that your body is your main power source. So guess what's going to happen? You've got this practiced idea, but now your brain's saying, well, my body's my power source, so I'm going to go to what I believe is correct. So instead of going this lovely little swing from the inside, you end up coming flying back again from the outside because your brain didn't buy into the idea that coming from the inside out towards the golf ball was going to gain you any power. So that's one of the reasons that I think we fail a lot. We don't marry an idea of why we need to do something with the mechanic of how we do it. What I'd like to make sure that you get in terms of going for lessons is find out why you are doing something. Ask a lot of questions. And through this series, I want to make sure that when we get into a topic, that we cover the idea of why we're going to do something and how that influences your ball flight. You need to have your brain buying into the concept, not just the mechanic, for these things to work. So we're going to try and marry the two and make this a simpler game for you to actually learn and see some improvement.